welcome back to Sketch Game and I'm Sketch. Today we're going to be exploring Icarus, one of the best survival games I've played this year. It does have its problems and it did have a little bit of a sketchy release, but I've played over 60 hours of this game and it is definitely worth checking out. If you're into survival games like DayZ, Conan or Ark, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this game, trust me. I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to hunt, build and gain XP the fastest way to make your experience in Icarus so much easier. So if you are new to the channel, we do a lot of survival content and tips videos, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're into my thing, don't forget to ring my goddamn ding. Alright, so let's get into all the tips and tricks that will make your world in Icarus extra sketchy. Okay, so before we get started, let's get into the meat and bones of this game. So we have new prospect, join prospect, and outpost. Outpost is basically a sandbox mode, so there's no time limit. And if you're wondering what the time limit is about, this is the meat and bones of this game. So the time limit is basically, if you spend more time than the time limit is on that planet, you will lose your character. You will lose everything, your XP, your level, so be aware of that. It's kind of weird at this moment because the time limits are so goddamn long. You will never be afraid to lose your character because you'd have to be logged in for a week for it to happen, but it is what it is. They'll probably change that in the future updates, but yeah, just watch out, okay? There's time limits, you could use your character and everything that you've worked for, and yeah, you know what that feels like. Alright, let's go. So, you have just landed on an alien planet and you don't know what the hell you're doing, don't worry, I've got ya. So, like every other survival game, at the bottom left of the screen, you have your temperature, your oxygen, your food, and your water. Now, I know what you're thinking, the oxygen is new. I do like this little implement of the game, it's pretty cool. You're on an alien planet, you need air to survive. So, as you can see, all you have to do is mine the blue oxide. It is very common, you won't have trouble finding it, it is everywhere around the maps. And obviously the maps change each time, but it doesn't matter. It's always on the surface, it's very easy to get to. After you've mined enough, you can just go ahead and pop the oxygen in your inventory and you can finally learn how to breathe. Okay, so you're all good for oxygen, you got a lay of the land, you've gathered the basic stuff like sticks and stones and made some tools. Now this has got to be one of the best XP glitches in the game. I mean, it's not really a glitch, it's just, you know, it's just a way to farm XP. It's 300 XP each time you chop down a tree. Now, it's called felling trees. You know when a tree fells, you know what I mean. So when you actually chop the tree down, you get 300 XP, and you get an extra 100 by chopping the actual wood, and a few more XPs for actually picking up the wood for gathering XP. Now, it's just actually easier to just keep chopping trees down because it's like 3 or 4 hits to chop down one tree. If there's like 5 trees in a bundle and you chop all them down, that is over 1000 XP. It's insane. So this is definitely one of the easiest ways to gain XP by just chopping down trees. It's as simple as that. I mean, what more can I say? I would just say chop down trees until you're at least like level 5 or level 6 until you want to start actually getting like iron weapons and you got enough skill points. So after chopping all the trees down, you'll now feel more comfortable, you know, you're at a higher level, you got a lay of the land and you know what's going on and you want to start upgrading your weapons to iron and stuff like this. So you're going to be looking for caves on the sides of cliffs or mountains. They can be hard to spot, but make sure you bring a torch because it is going to be dark AF. You can't see anything inside them. Sometimes they can be small, sometimes they can be big, but this is generally what they look like, and watch out for these, okay? There is dangerous things in these caves, okay? It gives me nightmares. There's spiders, there's worms. I don't even know what that is. I've never seen that before. Is it? I mean, of course I haven't. It's a goddamn alien. But yeah, watch out. They can poison you. Now, in early level, the creatures in the cave can't really do that much damage to you, so you shouldn't have to worry about it too much, but you know, stay vigilant. You know, the goddamn aliens in the cave. Now, as you guys may have seen, this cool little nifty trick that I found out, you can actually drop the torch on the floor and it will still light up the surrounding area, which is pretty cool, but make sure you place it in the right areas because if you place it at an angle, it'll, you know, be pretty dark. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Make sure you bring a torch. Again, I'll say it again, it's dark in here. But make sure you don't drop the torch in the water because the torch will go out. As you can just see, it's gone pitch black. You drop the torch in the water, it will go out. So make sure you don't drop it and lose the torch and you'll get all disorientated, you'll get lost in the cave and then, you know, that's it. You're not coming home for Christmas. When you are mining the different deposits like the iron, copper, or whatever you're looking for, make sure you mine the whole deposit. Sometimes it can be a little bit glitchy and you can't get all the bits, but you get more XP for it. And you know, you don't want to miss any bits and, you know, lose out on all that, you know, succulent copper or iron or I don't know, whatever you're looking for. Okay, so next up we have the base building. So obviously you can unlock the different types of structures in your skill tree on the screen right now. You can have thatch, wood, stone, and you know, the list goes on. But you're going to want to have at least a wood base. I mean, thatch is okay for just, you know, a makeshift base, but I went with wood. It just degrades so much faster. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Icarus has a crazy mechanic in this game where your bases can decay. So it can get weathered by the rain, it can get struck by thunder, and like caught on fire. Stuff like that. So you're going to want to upkeep your base a lot. You don't want to, you know, forget and just have a wall break on you. Now, if you have like things like chests or beds, they will decay outside. If they don't have a roof or a shelter over your personal belongings and stuff inside, like the crafting table, they will decay and break. So make sure all the stuff you craft and make, like, you know, the skinning table, stuff like that, make sure you put it under a shelter because it will decay. So let's start off with like a simple 1x1 right now. So I'm going to go with a thatch just to show you guys what it's like. I do like the look of the thatch. I love the survival look, you know. It brings me back to my Stranded Deep days. So as you can see, the placement sometimes it gets a little bit floaty, it levels out, but you know, it's in the early days. And as you can see, the bright colours, you know, it signifies like where it's facing, and that arrow right now, right there in the middle. And now if you hold R on the keyboard, you can change it to a window or a door frame, which is pretty goddamn cool. You don't have to actually personally go onto a trait and unlock a window and then a door and then a door frame. It's just a wall, and then you can unlock it by just changing it, holding down the R key or whatever your hotkey is. Obviously you have to make the door separate, and you can easily just pop on the door. Now I love this. It's so simple. It's very quick and efficient. You're not fumbling around with the controls. It is just awesome. I haven't had this much fun building a base since the last time I was probably playing Rust. Goddamn right. I love the building in this game, but like I said, you do have to upkeep it, and thatch is the worst. So yeah, I would say don't build with thatch. I mean, you're going to have to at the beginning just to get a bed down, but yeah, make sure you put all your belongings inside your bases because they are going to get worn and break down. Now, if you guys are wondering what the mechanics are like, this is what they look like when it breaks. It just looks so goddamn cool. I mean, you can hit it with a hammer, a knife, anything you want. And obviously, you actually do get XP from dismantling bases as well. There's probably a faster way to do this, but at this moment, I was using a hatchet because, you know, I was new to the game. But it's just so goddamn cool. I love all the particle effects and, you know, it collapsing on the floor. It does despawn, but yeah, that's the base building. So definitely early on in the game, make sure you unlock the fire whacker and definitely craft one, because if you've finally followed and made a base, make sure you have the fire whacker because you're going to need it when this happens. So when you get struck by lightning, it can either set fire to the forest around your base, or, you know, connect it to your base, but just go up to it, obviously right click it or left click it, whatever one you prefer, and it will put out the fire. But the lightning can be very, very fast, so watch your stamina as you put out the fires, because as you can see here, I am just waddling around looking at my house burning while I'm just out of stamina. So yeah, be very wary of that. Make sure you have a fire whacker on your hand at all times. I mean, you do get weather warnings at top right of the screen, as you can see, which I think is pretty goddamn cool. So you can see how long the weather lasts for, you know, stuff like that. They don't put that enough in games. You're goddamn right. So you know how long the thunder strike is going to last for, but at least you've got a fire whacker in hand to combat the storm, because you don't want all your stuff burning. Because if your house burns down, all of the stuff inside burns with it. I am not joking. My anvil that was like 40 ingots just disintegrated. I wanted to cry. Okay. But yeah, make sure you have a fire whacker. Lesson learned. So our next section is going to be hunting. I absolutely love hunting in Icarus. It is like a hunting simulator. You just forget that you're playing a survival game. You just keep hunting. It is the best XP grinder. It is insane, guys. Not a lot of people are talking about this, and I'm surprised. So basically, if you kill a prey or a deer or any wild animal, it will attract other predators like wolves, as you can see right now on the screen. So it will actually eat the flesh, and it will turn the carcass into bones. It's like a cool little animation. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but it's pretty cool that that's in the game. So you can literally just keep farming wolves. It's insane. As you can see, you can get thousands of XP by killing wolves. Now, I will say as well, make sure you craft a bone knife, because when you kill and skin prey and animals that you have hunted, the stone knife is okay, but it's better to use the bone knife because you get more from it. Or even so, just craft a skinning bench and you'll get triple the resources. But if you're not doing it for the resources and you're just doing it for XP, then this is the best, because as you can see, it is just insane. You can kill them over and over again. I think I killed about 20 wolves. I killed a whole ancestry line of goddamn predators in this clip right here. It was insane. You can hunt bears, but bears are a little bit more dangerous and a little bit more glitchy. Like, I would just say go ahead and just kill wolves and deer, but yeah, like I said, bears can sometimes be like, they can just one-hit you and be very powerful, but the wolves are kind of okay. And always remember to stab the carcasses like I'm doing right now as well, because you can get a heck load of bones. You can even track animals in the game too. It is so amazing that they implemented that into the game. Like, you can track deer, bears, anything that's been attacked, and obviously follow the blood trail. There's actually some pretty cool story missions where you attract different predators like cougars and aliens, but this is just kind of cool that you can just track any types of bloods that have been spilled, maybe from your arrow or from, you know, something you hit from, you know, a few minutes before. But it's just insane that a little hologram comes up. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? The hunting in this game is great. Best XP glitch. Well, I mean, it's a farm, but you know. Now, I know we haven't really been talking about the attributes and the skill points and, you know, the traits and stuff like that, but I want to leave that up to you guys. It's kind of personal, you know, people have so many different play styles. You got survival, construction, combat, solo, and you can play it so many other ways. I personally went the solo route, and as you can see, I've almost maxed everything out. I got my heart, my stamina, my encumbrance, and I've got these blueprint points right here, which is called a blueprint boost, and it gave me 3 blueprint points on each, so that was 6 in total, which was such a nice boost, and maybe unlock different things in a small space of time. So I would go for that one. You know, I do play with friends and stuff, but a solo was just more my style. I don't know, I guess it's up to you guys and what you unlock along the way. I guess definitely get the fire whacker. That's all I can say. Definitely get the fire whacker, because you're going to need it, because your house is going to get set on fire a lot. But apart from that, you guys can go down the route you guys want to go down. I can't really say anything. I mean, I know there's a lot of YouTube videos and guides out there saying the best guides for a skill tree or the best blueprints to unlock, but I feel like it just ruins the experience, you know? You should be the one making the mistakes or making the decisions on what you want to unlock and, you know, figuring stuff out. So I think that's the whole fun of it anyway. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Whew, wow, I think that's pretty much everything, guys. I'm sorry that I didn't really go too much in detail of all the, like, different crafting stuff and, like, maybe the crafting tables and the skinning benches and, like, you know, textile benches, stuff like that, but I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, you know? I mean, if you played survival games before, you know how to craft all that stuff, so, yeah, I kind of just went in details with all the mechanics of the game and, like, different stuff you can actually do and, you know, grind XP. Shout out to all the people that have been supporting me. I have so much fun making these videos. If I helped you out, you know, or you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, support me, you're goddamn right. And shout out to all you guys that have been supporting me for the past year. It's been insane. So, you know, if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're into my thing, don't forget to ring my goddamn ding. A lot more survival content and stuff on the way. Obviously, it's been a little bit, it's been busy for the past few months, but I can't wait to start pushing some Icarus content out and really get into the depths of the game. So yeah, I guess it's been your boy Sketch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.